Ah, damn it. Here we are finally. I thought we were live. Duh. I've been rambling on for the past 20 minutes and you guys are sitting back. Where the hell is he? Hello, it's me, Apex Comics. I've been showing off my stuff and not even going live yet. Damn it. Hey, this is my first stream. Of course, I'm going to make plenty of mistakes. So, all right, let me start the hell over. I had another box opening. I'm glad you guys let me know about that. I'm here like a dumbass for 20 minutes rambling, no one watching me. Well, at least I wasn't muting. Oh no, test, can you hear me? Let's hope everything's good. Okay. Oh, everything's going on. Oh, thank you. So anyway, yeah, that's my first time. Oh, I'm live right now. Yes, here we go. I had an unboxing just now and you guys missed it, but I thought I was live. But of course, my dumbass didn't know us until you guys said something. So thanks. These Cyber Frog PVCs, hopefully you guys have them. I support. I bought two of the executive honeycomb boxes. I'm glad I did. Also, I have the goddamn salamandroid right up there. He's huge. He's huge. So, yes, you know what this is, right? Summer Frog, yeah. So I did an unboxing. I was the only one that saw the unboxing. No one else did. Oh, also, yes, limited edition. I had 12 of these made. Apex Comics bookmarks. The calendar bookmarks. There's not too many of these calendar bookmarks. Any kind of calendar bookmark. I don't know of any. I'm sure there's some out there. But this is for 2022. You get 12 months of one bookmark and get some really cool art. This is the Fiery Fembat Empire. Pyre was a story by Paul Hansen. I provided the art. I only drew like maybe the cover of it, but I have the script somewhere. I want to contact Paul and have it done. That's one of my goals. And of course, you have the current. This one's Madame X from World War II. She's the one that assassinated Adolf Hitler. This corner right here, that's Miss Freedom. You can barely see her. Y'all know what this is, who this is, Fembat. And of course, you got Angel Fire in the in the green, and Caracal, who wants to sink her claws into you. So, and her nice cleavage right there, really cool. That's the bookmark. Yes, enjoy it. Yeah, and also I'm going to. I do have an ad coming up in Alterna Comics, Blood Rain issue 10. This will be the ad that inside the pages of Blood Rain issue number 10. I paid $25 for that. It's an awesome deal that Peter Simeti put out in his campaign. I bought an page and an ad. I've never bought a page and an ad before from one of my books, so it's really cool. Darren Wagner, hail! Thank you for coming on, man. Yeah. So if you guys want to jump in, that's cool. I've got it's in the it's yeah, it's in there. I do have a yeah, like I put it in the chat earlier. If you guys want to scroll up and find it and click it. I forgot how to freaking do that. Since it's the very first stream. So yes. I'm glad you guys. It's good to share with my friends. I have my close friends with me. So, hey, Wolverine is back. Very nice. Raging Rainbow, yes, still in. We've got Shadowhawk backs. Thanks for coming on, man. Yes. So, if anybody wants to know what is Fembat about, it's about a 1960s go-go dancer, Olivia Del Rey. She dances at the dancing bar grill. That's whatever the hell that is. I forgot the name. But she'll dance and she gets bit by a vampire. And there he is with that goblet. He's kind of seducing her. He takes a bite out of her neck. And so in order for her to become normal again, she needs to find the vampire who bit her and destroy him. That way she'll be normal again. But it took her 50 years, so it'll be another like a backstory on how she actually finds the vampire who bit her. So she goes to different adventures through. So she got bit around 1968, and she meets up with different people, tries to find the vampire, but somehow has apparently has no luck until she meets up with Dr. Nigel Emery, who's a scientist and inventor. He invents the Fembat suit, which is like it's almost like Iron Man style armor, but she has like real sharp blade wings, nice golden boobs. She's packing a gun with some darts in it and stuff. But it'll be fully explained inside the book. And this character right here, this is Igor Van Sant, who's a monster hunter, also hunts vampires. And the cigar smoking gargoyle is Clay. He's like the smartass of the band. So this will be this is going to be a fun read. It's 56 pages of story and art. I'm going to expand it to 64, maybe add some more pages to it. So I did have a colorist on deck, Purple Smurf 13. Somehow, I last tweeted him about a month ago. I've not heard from the guy. I hope he's not dead. That would suck because I drew 14 pages of an ash can called Tales of Zero. It's still in the Indiegogo in demand if you want to check it out. Oh, I hope he's still alive, man. He can fulfill his campaign. If he's dead, I don't know what's going to happen to Tales of Zero, man. I have to somehow help fulfill it. I know I could fulfill the ash can, which I'd drawn, I lettered everything. I know I could somehow help do that if he can't get this story out because, I hope he's not dead. Please, guys, pray for Purple Smurf 13. Hope he's still alive so he can fulfill those books. He's been meaning to fulfill around late September, but it's way past that. It's the middle of December for crying out loud. I hope I'll never trust a Purple Smurf. This is Devil Flyer. Yeah, the color may have left his face. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it could have left his face on that. Man, let's hope not. Let's see, Apex Compass. I've never hosted one of these, but if you're going to throw the link out, it usually works best to pin the link in the chat so it doesn't scroll. Okay. Let me try invite again. Okay, I'm gonna try this. All right, copy the clipboard. It's copied. Okay, here we go. Paste. All right, here we go. Yeah. Okay, and then what do they do? Enter. Yeah, enter. There we go. Yeah, enter. There it is. So anyone can enter. Oh, hell yeah. Well, I got Daryl. Add to stream. I got it. Hey, it's Devil Flyer. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
How you doing, bud? I can hear you great, man.
Oh, great.
Thanks for joining my first live stream.
You bet. I've always wanted to meet you.
Ah, thanks, man. Want to meet you too.
Many a stream.
No, I've been like on several like live chats. I'm like, damn it, I gotta do live stream. I meant to do it sometime this year. This is like the butt end of 2021. I might as well do it tonight, get it out of the way, get it off my bucket list for this year. So I'm glad you're on, man. So welcome.
Well, thank you.
You're my first ever guest on my live stream. So congratulations.
Thinking CG history here.
CG history, baby. Yeah. Amen. So anyone else who wants to join, man, just come on. It's cool. We have a cool, chill time. I've been rambling on. It's funny because I thought I was live 20 minutes ago, and it's like, I'm glad you guys let me know. Who's he coming on? So I saw his button that says, "Oh, go live." I went, "Duh!" I just hit the button. So
did you have a countdown? I missed that.
No, I just like started cold. I had no countdown, nothing, man. I gotta learn to do this. To be a good host, I must learn the ethics of how to do a good live stream. I'm sure I will know from the masters who've done it before.
So first question.
Yes.
On your first stream. Mm-hmm. Did you get a Salamandroid, and did we get to see the unboxing of that?
You know what? Yeah, you did on my one of my videos. You know what? I'm gonna bring it
Oh,
down.
okay.
I'm gonna show it at F her off right now. Hold on. Just give
Yeah,
me a
when
moment.
you threw that out on Lord
He's
Crackhead's
right up there on the shelf. So let
stream.
me go grab it real quick. Hold on.
Okay.
Share stream.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
you're
Yeah,
lucky.
here.
I haven't got mine yet.
I supported like 2 executive honeycomb boxes. So this came out of the first honeycomb box.
Well,
Look,
sometimes I think the larger the order, the longer the wait, and sometimes some people get those out of the way first. So I don't know.
yeah, yeah. I think it's. No, I
But
don't
I
know
got
how it
my
works.
warts and all. I got 2 executive boxes, quote boxes from the warts and all campaign,
Right.
and I got those. But now this I haven't gotten yet. The
Okay.
PVCs.
I'm sure you. I would email Ethan. You have his
Oh
email
yeah.
address. I did just
Yeah,
email say, "Hey,
well,
I got myself on Android." I'm sure he'll say, "It's coming. It's coming.
it's coming,
Just
right?
Devil Flyer. It's coming.
That's
All
right.
right." Yes, folks. I tried.
So I have to ask you the second question. Are
Yeah.
you going to take it out of the box with the 7-foot flexible tail?
I don't know. I don't want to mess up the packaging.
Yeah,
You
me
know how
too.
we were kids back in the 70s? We had GI Joes. We take them out of the
Oh,
box. We didn't give a crap about the
I
packaging at
tore
all.
into them. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was talking
it's like
about on a
and the
stream last night. The
yeah. Oh,
artwork, the painted boxes were awesome.
I
So you
love the
probably had the
artwork.
same GI Joes with the hair,
Oh
the
yeah, the
larger one.
lifelike hair and beard.
Yes. You might have even had Kung Fu Grip. I never
I
had
did.
Kung
I
Fu
had the
Grip.
kung fu. I actually had one with the hands doing this, and you had a little
Yeah.
gun hand.
I've still got mine.
Oh my god! I wish I
Yeah.
did.
But you know the snaps on the uniforms, I have to have
Yeah.
those re-sewn on because the thread gets old and wants to come off. But yeah, I still have those, and I still have the Mago Starship Enterprise
Are
and the
you kidding
figures.
me? I've got
No,
you know what? I have the recent 2 years ago I bought the Captain Kirk and Mr. Spock with those sashes, the sash uniforms.
yeah. Mhm.
I've got that in my yeah, it's over there. It's over there. Hell, I'll go get it out if you want. Shit,
Yeah.
why not?
So I love the presentation of the frog and the salamandroid there, in the box, the
Oh,
window box and
thanks.
everything.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
glad somebody liked that. That's good.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it.
Oh, yeah, no, right.
I've been
Where's
waiting
mine?
about 3 months expecting any day now, but,
You're like, where is it?
that's
Yeah.
right. But, I've got everything's been pretty timely.
Oh, that's good.
And, if, like Dan Fragas, they say a little late, but I mean, the work that he's putting into it, he's updating and, you know, no worries. It's when I never really considered, not hearing from a campaign. I mean, there's one in particular, but I know they're working on the lettering and they have sent something out. So I'm not worried about it.
I'm not either.
Any of them, I've
Yeah,
never been burned on a campaign yet, thankfully.
except for Detective Dead. You remember that? Have you been watching Comicscape for a
Yeah,
while?
I didn't back that one, but
I backed it. I didn't
oh,
get.
did you?
Yeah, I did. I got ripped off like everyone else.
Well, I'm still waiting on Oddity, but I know they're working on the lettering on that. So,
It's
and it's
always
been a
about the
while.
lettering or the coloring that's back. That's actually keeping people from releasing it. And
Yeah, even yeah.
yeah.
The good thing about my book, which the mail up's going to go out here pretty quick.
Oh, what? Oh, you having a book out?
Yeah, called Devil Flyer #1.
Really?
Yeah, and
Oh, hell yeah.
the artwork's already done, the inking's done, the lettering's done in the main story. I'm writing some backup stories now. I've got the logos and other things
Do you
done
write
for
and
that.
draw it yourself?
Well, I have a friend, and he's uh, we've been friends since 1982, and
Oh, that's great.
I created the character Devil Flyer, and I think in September of 2018. I'd have to go back and look at the
Oh,
artwork, but
wow. He's kind of new. Wow, that's
yeah,
great.
and yeah, he's a new character for me because I have a whole bevy of characters. So,
Oh, wow.
Devil Flyer is going to be an anthology. It's
Oh,
got
hell
another
yeah.
character called Inner Man that's going to be in it. It's got a possible werewolf story. I haven't. It's called
Oh,
Second Skin,
oh
and
my God,
but
that sounds awesome.
uh, yeah, it's more of a concept of a story. Second Skin is then you can kind of get the from the title, changing into a werewolf where it would be called Second Skin. Kind of a
Oh
neat
yeah.
title, but I'm going to deal with other things like a story where it's like an Iron Man character, that has his suit as a second skin and different
Yeah.
things like that, using that title.
Everything
And
has a skin with it.
yeah,
That's
and
you.
I have,
That's all right.
yeah, I wrote a small short story. I may do like a letters page, but I'm going to call it my page and just put some of my writing in there to show off some more of my writing.
Oh
And
yeah.
it's I think for introducing a universe of characters,
Shit, sorry.
well, there I went.
Sorry. Duh.
That's all right.
How do I get back? How
You
do I
can
get
still
this
hear
on
me.
again? Oh, here we go. Okay. I don't
Zoom
want
in,
to touch
eh?
a damn thing. I'm trying to put something in chat, and suddenly I'm like touching my screen, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it
Well,
gets very touchy. Go
I'm
ahead.
sure
I'm
on my
sorry to
first
interrupt you.
line, I'm sure I just thought for uh, introducing a whole host of characters that a good way to do it would be an anthology. And
Yeah,
then you can spin off into their other books or something, give
absolutely.
people a smattering. I was kind of a little bit hesitant at first to do that. Of
Uh
course,
huh.
Zaid Comics has done it,
Mm-hmm.
and they've really, uh, got a whole host of a mixture of characters that they've
Oh God,
introduced,
yeah.
and
I've
and
have both of their books. Uh, one of their the big old freaking print on the wall framed it. The Zaid, their oh God, what's that? That uh,
Lost Pages,
Magic Cop. Magic Cop.
Magic Cop, right?
Yes, the Magic Cop books. I have those. I don't have Lost Pages yet, so I'm gonna have to back the Lost Pages too, so I can get 1 and 2.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's
on their current campaign, I
the
think it's
current
in demand
campaign.
now,
Yeah.
number
Hope-
2, but they're offering on that campaign number 1.
yeah, I'm definitely
So
gonna get
I would
that.
definitely, it's a thicker book and it
Hmm.
introduces half a dozen or more characters in it. So you want
That's cool.
if you like first appearances and you like rarity and numbers, print numbers, which
Yeah.
I think all things in CG are rare. I think, if Cyberfrog, I think Ethan said maybe 17,000 on Wreck Planet. That's not a lot,
No,
you know,
17,000 backers.
17,000 copies.
Oh, copies. Oh, you're
Yeah,
right. Okay,
that's a small print run.
it
I mean,
really
even for the
is.
largest in CG. And I may have the numbers wrong, but let's just say he printed 30,000. That's still a small, relatively small print run.
You're
I
right.
mean, when Valiant Comics came out, they did runs of like 50,000 when they started Harbinger #1 and
Yeah.
titles like that. But, I mean, by like back in the day, X-Men was selling 250,000 copies. That's
Yeah,
still
like
pretty
everyone has
small.
the X-Men #1, right? I think it sold what, 7 million copies or something
Yeah.
for
Oh
like
yeah.
5 different covers.
Yeah. All interlinking. Yeah.
I felt like the
With
deluxe version and the regular version, plus all of the 5 covers. So,
yeah. Death
I'm
Metal Hero did a review of that with
oh, I
Ink
gotta catch
Spots,
that one.
and I
Yeah,
can't remember who
I
else,
think I
but
was in that chat when they were talking about it.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
They
that's
were
cool.
showing that off some.
That was awesome.
Of course, they're of that generation. We're a little bit older.
Yeah,
If
we
you had the
are.
GI Joes I did, I'm 56, so
I'm
and
58.
proud of it. So, well,
Yeah, you're
finally, you and Art T. Bear are older than I am.
yeah.
I and Billy Tucci are the same age.
Yeah, I thought Billy's younger than I am. Or he's
Yeah,
younger.
he's
I heard he's like 50.
56.
He's
He's
56. Is he
56.
really?
He graduated the year I did. Yeah,
What year did you graduate?
84. We both
Oh,
graduated in
really?
84. I asked him on a chat
Oh,
if he
wow.
was 83 or 84, and he said 84. So we're the same
Okay.
age.
I
Yeah.
thought, okay, well, shit. I guess we're all. No one's getting younger, right? Except for
Oh
Merlin,
no.
the magician. That's
But I
about
have a
it.
long memory. I can remember back when I was 2 years old. I mean, when I was 3.5, I went out to California. That was a place to be. The monkeys and
Oh my God, yeah.
all
My
everybody wanted to
brothers
go
had
to
those
California.
Monkees
Now
albums,
you
right?
couldn't pay me to go to California.
Now Mickey Dolenz is the only monkey alive. It's
Oh,
sad that the rest of them
he
have
is,
passed
yeah.
on.
Yeah, we sadly lost one, didn't we? Just
Michael
recently.
Nesmith. He's from actually from Texas, my
He's
home
from
state.
Texas, yeah.
Yeah, his mom created the liquid paper, and of course he lived off the royalties on that. And
Now tell me what the liquid paper is. What is that? What
it's
is
a
that?
correction
Was that?
fluid.
Yeah.
Correction fluid.
Oh,
The liquid
okay.
paper. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
she
she
invented
created
it.
that.
She was a
Wow, I didn't know
secretary.
that.
She made a lot of mistakes typing, so she created I think it was like a tube of watercolor or something, and she made it solid to actually dry on the paper. She created a liquid paper, and she made like millions of dollars. And she got the patent, and so she
Wow.
passed away, and the patent went to Mike Nesmith, and so he was able to create Pacific Arts in the early '80s. Did some film production, whatever. He'd be able to do what he wants to do, still live off the royalties of that, and whatever
Yeah,
royalty of the monkeys he's getting. I don't know.
somebody is I don't know Wolverine's age. Hey Wolverine, I know
Hey,
you're out in the chat or were. Uh, he may know the monkeys, and there's a lot of younger folk would go, "Who's the monkeys?"
yeah, say hey with the
That's
monkeys.
right. They toured. They were big in Asia, in
Oh my
like
God,
Japan,
yeah, they
and
were.
they were huge on tour over there, and later in life.
You know that Mickey Dolenz discovered Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, he
He
did.
he opened up for the Monterey. What's it? The Monterey Pop
I actually
Festival. And
knew an ex Hell's Angel guy when I was back in the '80s. That was
oh wow.
um, that I went to college with. He was a journalism major, and I was in art. But
Oh
he
okay.
actually sewed. Can I say this? He was.
Sorry.
He said Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I used to sell him speed. He loved his speed.
Yeah, he sure worked out with the guitar on that speed. I tell you, he made that
Yeah,
guitar sing.
little too good. He was taking way too,
Oh,
close out Woodstock.
yeah, just playing with his
Yeah.
teeth and playing behind his
I
back,
like
and
Richie Havens too, that opened up Woodstock. I
yeah,
love
he was good. That's actually a
those.
good movie. Is that movie, that Woodstock movie, appeared in the Omega Man, Charlton Heston.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that movie?
yeah, I
He came in.
remember that. Yeah,
He came watch
Lo-
Woodstock.
a good drive-in movie like Omega Man or Soylent Green or some of
Oh
those
yeah,
around that time, and then
exactly.
Planet of the Apes.
Oh man, I love the original Planet of the Apes, man. I was a kid watching that stuff
It
and
you
still love it.
people watch it today, they go, it's too slow paced, but you just have to take things in their time. I'm a big film buff. I know Billy Tucci is, and
Oh
I'm going to
yeah.
be on Pop XP hopefully Tuesday. It's already been
Oh hell,
delayed.
are you going to be on there?
I'm going to be on there, and I
Oh hell
think
yeah.
Dan Plegel, who's doing Goblin Girl, check that campaign
Oh
out. It looks
man,
pretty good.
it
And
does.
Pedro Ang, who's got one coming out, and he's going to be doing my um, my little 20-second intro trailer, because
I,
I'll be
I
launching the full book March
I need to
1st.
hire him. Did he give you a good price on the trailer?
Well, we haven't discussed price yet.
Oh, okay.
I just kind of gave him the lowdown, and I've sent him the cover. I just got the
Oh,
cover file back from, I'm having some, we did it old style. In fact, my artist, who is 70 years old, older than I am, I was just a kid
wow.
when I met him in high school.
Okay.
And him and another gentleman, they had featured homemade comics that they made and put in the library. And my mother's, even today, she's 86 and still goes to the library twice a week and comes home
Wow.
with a sack or two full of books. She's probably reread some books, but
Yeah.
she saw their little cubicle there that had the homemade comics and said, "You ought to contact these guys." So we did, and we've been lifelong friends since.
Oh, that is awesome. That's really
And
cool.
yeah, I wasted a lot of time. I was on Jason Bascom's Unhinged the other day,
I like
other
Jason.
night,
Yeah.
and told him this story that uh, I was pitching John different ideas, and I finally remembered after I created Devil Flyer, I said, you know, like I did in the old days, because we worked on a few things in the past previously, and
Yeah.
I said, if I wrote a story to Devil Flyer, would you draw it? And he said, yeah. So then I finally remembered, after pitching him all these sci-fi and horror and just different storylines. Um, you know, uh, and we finally said, okay, we'll do Devil Flyer. And he took, he did the drawing, the inking, the lettering, and
Oh my God.
I did a little thumbnails. So he went by that,
Okay.
and he added 2 pages. I pulled 1 page because it had a couple characters I hadn't introduced yet that he just
Uh,
threw in kind of like as a bonus page. And,
wow.
and he added 2 pages. So, it's going to be 48 pages. I'm excited about it.
Oh hell
Um,
yeah.
to finally get something done. And I know he's excited about it, to hear feedback about it, even
That
though
is
it's
great.
probably going to be in black and white. There's been other campaigns like the Chenu or Absolute that's
Mhm.
been in black and white, and a lot of people prefer black and white. So,
I'm
um,
glad for that. Really, you'd save
yeah,
money on colorists. you
yeah. I
know.
mean, unless, and I could hand color it myself, but then there's the reproduction costs. So for a first
Yeah.
campaign, we'll throw it out there, and if people demand it be in color, it'll be in color. I
Okay.
mean, I just want to be able to show it's pretty straightforward story, of a bank robbery, but the bank robbery from a crime family is a little bit more involved, and as subsequent issues come out,
Uh.
people will see that it really leads into something larger, and there's a little 2 page hint at
Uh.
Devil Flyer's origin, but it's not an origin story. I think that's overdone a lot of times.
Right.
And so it's just a showcase of the character and the backup characters. But now in the first issue, I do interlink Interman, which is a short, brief introduction to him, with the main story of Devil Flyer, and they will meet and fight in issue 3.
Hot
So
damn.
yeah, and they will have more interaction in issue 2. So it's just, if somebody plant that seed, let it sprout, let it grow, and they want to come along for the journey, then great. If they don't, they may miss out on some fun entertainment.
There you
But
go.
yeah,
I'm
there's a
gonna
lot
buy
out
it.
there. I know there's a lot of competition, but I'm not familiar with yours, but I've been curious just from your name, Apex Comics, to
Hmm.
see some of your stuff.
Well,
Tonight's the first time
yeah.
I've seen some of it.
Well, yeah. I've been self-publishing since 1996. My
Yeah,
first books, it was a flip book, Executor and Femme Fatale. There's a flip book, 32
that's
pages.
cool.
Executor was 16 pages and Femme Fatale was 14. So it's a flip book. And I did 2 issues of that. I was going to go to a third issue, but somehow life interfered.
Sure.
And I wasn't making really enough money on the first 2 issues. I sold out on my first issue. I only made 50 copies. I only have 1 copy left, which is in my possession. I do want to reprint it and like 2 single issues, like Executor 1 and Femme Fatale 1. And do like a limited a run, maybe 100 copies of each.
Or
And then later,
maybe, you can put it as a tier, and,
I could
you'll
do
know
that.
how much to print,
I
put
could
it
do
as a
that.
side tier.
That's a good
I,
idea.
I know other campaigns have done that, uh,
Yeah,
offered up their older material on other campaigns and give people, or put it as a secret tier. I
I could
know,
probably do that.
yeah, I
That's a
know,
good idea.
Rob Geronimo, he did that with one of his children books.
Oh, wow.
It's a secret tier on his campaign now for Blood
Okay.
Realm.
Oh, wow.
So there's many different ways you can introduce it. I just found out last night that I knew that he had written a couple children's books, but I never went online until last night to see what they were. He's a former roommate of mine years ago,
Okay.
and he wrote a couple children's books. And I said, you need to think about doing a crowdfunding and representing those to a larger audience.
Absolutely. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad you came on my stream and do it and announcing it. That's awesome of you to
Oh,
do
it's
that.
great. I was watching one of your before while you were unboxing,
Yeah.
and
Good.
offline I was watching one of your old videos, just waiting for you to come on.
Oh, thank God. I'm glad somebody mentioned in the chat. Who's he coming on? I thought it was for 20 minutes. I'm jabbering to myself. It says, oh, wait, there's a go live button, dumbass. I was just, okay, I'll push that. Hey,
I'll
I'm
probably
live. And I
I'll probably
start
be
over.
muted my whole time. I just
No,
came up
that hasn't happened yet.
last. I just came up with uh, sort of my little moniker for what I'm going to do online on my channel, called Experiencing Comics, and get
Okay.
people like yourself on and say, well, what got you into comics? And I mean reading comics, because I can tell you the first issues. In fact, I've been making a list because I suffered a fire in '97, burned up my first collection,
Oh
which
my
was
God.
pretty extensive, like 45 long boxes, about
Oh,
16,000.
oh my
Original
God.
art from John Byrne and,
Oh, damn
uh,
it. Oh, I'm
you know,
sorry.
all the little Avengers heads in the Ditko box. I used to
Yeah.
own that piece,
Oh,
and it burned up. So
that's
it's
heartbreaking.
sadly no longer with us.
I'm
And
so
one that
sorry.
was never published was just penciled in on that page was Mockingbird.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
and he just had it at the end. It was just a page of all the Avengers heads. I was George Perez's first run on Avengers got me into comics. Really got
Yeah.
me. I didn't even know that they ran like a soap opera, from month to month.
Yeah.
Uh, I just never picked up on that till I just happened to, and you got a quarter to spend plus tax, so
Yeah.
you're gonna have to. I always wanted the biggest bang for my buck, so I would get as many characters in there. Not always. It's just what
Yeah.
was the most interesting, and I just gravitated toward the Avengers. So the
Yeah.
Avengers were my big one.
Yeah. I think one of my first comics, going back as a child, I think I was around 6 or 7 years old. It was one of the reprints of the X-Men issues when they're in the yellow and blue costumes.
Yeah.
I think
Uh-huh.
they're fighting, what's his name? Lucifer, him and
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
cronies. And I don't
Lucifer's the
know,
one that I
the
think
paralyzed
put,
Charles
yeah,
Xavier,
parallel it.
right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the heck happened to that book, but I bought, my mom and dad bought me Conan the Barbarian issue 6. That was one of my first ones, and Swamp Thing number 5.
Well, were you into monsters
I
before
was in both.
comics?
I like a little bit
Yeah.
both. I'm not. I do like some monsters. Mainly superhero collections. I do have Frankenstein's monster. I've got a few of those in my
I,
collection.
I used to get like the scholastic books in school. You could
Yeah,
order books, and it
yeah.
would have sometimes like Fantastic Four #1 reprinted, like Dynamite. I've
Dynamite.
got
Yeah,
I've
I
got a
did. I had a few
long
of
or
those.
banana. I don't know,
Yeah.
and Smash.
Oh yeah. That
They
was
would
cool.
Smash would do the reprints of like the early DC, like when
Hmm.
Lex Luthor lost his hair and stories like that.
I can
But
remember reading that.
yeah,
That's
Dynamite, I've got a whole big run of those from almost the very beginning because my brother got a few issues before I did. And then, of course, I've confiscated all those.
oh wow.
But yeah, I had the first
Yeah.
comic book shop in my town here.
So
And
Shellhawk back says it was George on Teen Titans that sealed my fate. It says,
yeah,
yeah, you're right.
that was awesome. His
You're
run
right.
on Teen Titans with Marv Wolfman writing.
Yeah.
That I love me some George Perez, and he's got third stage pancreatic cancer, and just announced that
Oh
he's got
yeah.
about 6 to 8 months to live unless
Oh my
miracle
God.
happens.
I, you know what? I have an announcement for George Perez. If anybody wants to clip it, I think I may have an answer to fight the cancer. I don't know if it's going to work, but it's one of the natural remedies called carnivora.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Carnivora. It's been advertised on George. Uh, what's his name? The guy on Coast to Coast AM, uh, the host of the
Oh,
show. God, I can't think of
oh,
his last name. George
George
Norrie.
Norrie.
George Norrie.
George Norrie.
Yes,
Yeah,
he advertises it. I want to order that. I want to order a couple of bottles. A friend of mine's
yeah,
in
and
the.
it's all natural. It's
It's
not.
all
It's
natural.
not pharmaceutical.
No, it works with your immunity, your immune system, and
Yeah, I got some of the pain relief, the relief factor for my mother. Of course, she's 86, got a lot of rheumatoid arthritis, and things like that in her joints. But she's in pretty
that's
good
right.
health for her age.
Hmm.
But yeah, there's natural remedies out there. I mean, for loss of weight and other things. I've kind of been looking into that myself. Of lemon water every day, 3 times a day from fresh
Okay.
lemons is a great thing for you to do, an antioxidant. And then you can use the pills to keep mice and insects away out of your house. I've put them in, cut them up and put them in the oven, dried them out, and then just put them around my foundation of my house. And then it's just a natural barrier for, those pests that might get in your house, especially during this time of year.
You said cutting up pills and
Cutting up the peels of like
peels.
oranges or
Sorry, I
limes or
thought you said
lemons.
pills. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
I get drug up the mice so they walk around hitting walls and they're dead or something. I
that's
don't know.
right. I've seen on I think it's been some things on Twitter that
Yeah,
show drunk mice that have eaten like fermented, you know, overripe plums, and they get drunk.
yeah. Shellhawkback says, I'm praying for George Hale and wish he could come over here to CG. Oh, I know, right? Could you imagine George Perez in Comicsgate? Oh my God, he'll be cleaning out the house. You
That
know
would
he
be
would.
like Dale Keown coming
Del
over here.
Keown, oh man. Del Keown, motherfuckers, we got Del
Yeah,
Keown.
he's
Ah.
been showing off his guitar skills recently.
Oh, I know. You see that Jack show? He saved the
I
Jack
saw
show.
some of it, yeah, where he's playing. Yeah.
It was getting boring, and Dale Keown just whipped that guitar, and you see Anna's face going. When he did the Star Wars March, that was so cool. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed that.
he's talented,
He is.
and Joe Sontag, he had a
Hmm.
band,
Does he play? Does
and
Sontag play guitar?
um, I think he's a guitarist. He was
Huh.
talking
I'm
about.
a drummer. I've been playing
Are
for
you
like several
okay?
years. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You can get with Art T. Bear. I got him talking about Rush on one of his live
Yeah. Right.
automotive streams.
Chris
Yeah,
Stanley also. He's in the chat a lot. He's a drummer. And there's some
yeah. I
other
mean,
guy. I
there's a
forget.
lot of talent. They're talking about putting together like a CG thing for the
Oh
Fan
my God.
Fest, and
CGCD.
yeah. Well,
Put it
I'm
out
going to
there.
release my, one of the probably the only requirement that early on that Uncle E was talking about, EVS was talking about for the Fans Fest was that you
Hmm.
had to have a book for field. So it's like, well, I've got to get something out of there quicker. And I finally decided to do like 6-page devil flyer ash can of the
I have an
story that
ash
we
can
have done.
myself, and yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've got a Fembat ash can with a backup story of Captain USA. So it's like, uh, it's roughly about under 20 pages.
So is Captain USA, is that public domain? The old cap, is
No,
that the, or
no,
am I
I
just
just
thinking of USA Comics?
it's USA Comics. Actually, it's Captain
Okay.
USA. I created him.
Okay.
He's out of World War II, but he's still alive, like Captain America is. He hardly ever ages. He's a general, actually, since he's been in the army since World War II. So he's a captain. He's a general, but yeah, he's demoted to captain in his superhero identity. It's kind of funny. He's part of All American Force. He's one of my IPs. I've got Captain USA, the Eagle, who represents the Marines, Navy
Uh-huh.
Man, of course, the Navy, and Miss Freedom, who represents the Air Force. So I got 4 members of the All American Force, plus the secret weapons, the Statue of Liberty, comes to life. That's the
All
5th
right.
member. It
So
represents the people.
I get the impression, yeah, that you're from a time where you remember freedom and liberty
Yeah,
and the pursuit of happiness.
we're gonna bring that back.
The
I
woke crowd is going to hate you,
I
but
don't
that's
care.
okay.
I don't give a damn what they think about me. You know what? I
There we
served in the
go.
Navy.
Controversy, folks.
Exactly. I served in the U.S. Navy. I served in Desert
Well,
Storm.
thank you for your service.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. I have
And
military. I didn't join the military, but there were certain times that I looked into it. Uh, Even later in life, as old as when I was 50 years old, about 6 years ago, I was thinking about going in as a military chaplain.
oh
Uh,
wow,
there's no
that's great.
retirement age there, but I,
Okay.
decided against that. But and I would have had to get a waiver, either in the National Guard or in the Air Guard. But
Okay.
yeah, I've got military in my family, and
That's good.
yeah, I got to give it to you guys. If anybody should have good health care and benefits, and It should be
Yeah,
the military, the ones that have fought to protect us, or at least been actively, on call to go anytime, anywhere.
that's
You know,
true.
yeah, I've got Navy in my family, Air Force, Army.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
nephew's in the reserves, the Air Force reserves.
awesome.
He's a technical sergeant, tech sergeant, and he has his dad's traits. My middle brother Scott, he's like a mechanically inclined guy. He can fix almost anything, and my nephew's gained those skills, and he put to good use in the Air Force and his home. He's built fences around security fences, ditches that have runoff water. He lives in Florida, but he built
In some
himself
of
a
the
wine
current
room.
conflict, in some of the current conflicts,
Mm.
the National Guard has went to fight, and I've got a member of my family. It's my mother's cousin,
Oh
and
wow.
he's retired now, but he was a lieutenant colonel, maybe higher. He worked at the Pentagon for a while during the Carter years. He was down Panama about the time we were giving it away,
Oh
and
wow.
uh, and I mentioned, at his mother's funeral, my great aunt, uh,
Mm.
that I was thinking about going into the military, and he lit up like, "Oh yeah, I'd be great." And then I told him, I was in the reserves, and he's like, "Oh, that's not real military." Well, I beg to differ,
Me too.
because the reserves have to go fight too, and especially in the more recent conflicts, they've been shipped overseas and have combat. So if that's not military, I don't know what is.
Yeah, right. Go. Okay, Darren Wagner says I'm up to 309 subs. Good stuff. I'm a crash. Good night, guys. Good night, Darren Wagner. Thanks for the update. I today I had 298 subs. I'm up to 309, so I'm on the road to 3,000 to 1,000 subs if I can get there. So
There you go.
thanks for subbing, everyone. Please, if you're not a subscriber, please sub. Hit the like button, ring bell for notifications, share the live stream with your friends, family, neighbors. Wake up the cats and dogs.
As Fragger would say, smang that button.
Smang that button. There you go. How do I?
Yeah, I'm sure you got a boost tonight because I was one that
Yeah.
subbed to you.
I don't know how to wrench people. How do I
Uh,
wrench people?
oh, don't
I'm a
ask me.
newbie on this damn
I'm
thing.
such a boomer.
I,
Proud of it.
I'm a baby boomer literally. I was born in 1963, so I think the
Yeah.
cutoff was 65.
Well, no, I was born in '65, and I don't think we're considered boomers. My brother,
Really?
who was in '60, he's like 2.5 years. I think he's a boomer, but I'm not. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm
uh,
literally I'm a boomer, so I don't
yeah.
care. I enjoyed my boomerness. I enjoy living and remembering how comics were 20 to 25 cents each. So there.
Right. Yeah. When I started, they were 25 cents, unless you got a larger one. But
Yeah.
the way I got started, 1973. Um, of course, that's why I asked about the horror element. Was
Uh.
Tales of the Vampire #5. It had Gil Kane's, a portion of Gil Kane's Amazing Spider-Man 101 first appearance of Morbius, his
Uh.
or maybe it was 102, the origin and
Yeah.
Morbius and other vampire things. It had real photos like Count Yorga that was coming out at that time, and Vincent Price in one of those, B movies, and other things, other artists in that. But that didn't get me started in comics. Then a few years later, a neighbor of ours, that we went to school with, he broke a leg, and he needed something to do. So his parents got him a handful of comics. Well, after about a year, he was ready to get rid of those. And I bought them for him, 5 or 6. One of them was Defenders 15. There was a giant size Superboy that had a lot of, early Jim Shooter. A lot of people don't know Jim Shooter started writing when he was in junior high, when he was 13 years old.
Oh
And he
wow.
wrote
Yeah.
Legion
Yeah.
Legion of Superheroes. And that was like when they were in a concentration camp, an alien concentration camp. Great stuff by Kurt Swan.
Oh yeah.
And, big, it was all reprints, but it was all new to me. I was mostly a Marvel guy, but I did enjoy some of the DC stuff, and I have a greater appreciation for DC now than I did growing up. I was a little fickle. There's a lot of
Yeah.
artists that I can appreciate their artwork that I didn't think much of back then.
Oh yeah.
Like Ditko, I wasn't big on him, but I can. Ditko, his birthday is November 2nd. I was
Oh wow.
reminded of that recently, and my birthday's November 2nd. So
Really? Yeah,
yeah,
Ditko's birthday. That's pretty cool.
Ditko's birthday. That's right.
I shared my
Yeah.
birthday with Jerry Lewis. Hey, hey, hey,
Oh man. Well, I'll be
hey,
your Dean Martin.
hey,
I'll roast you. I'll roast you.
I miss
Yeah, it
Jerry
looks like you've
Lewis.
got some great collectible room there. You've got the swinging Spider-Man behind you.
Arthur signed by Arthur Sidem, by the way. He was at
Uh,
he was in Lubbock, Texas 2 or 3 years ago, I think.
Now, is
He
Arthur
was
Sidon? He's the one that did
Marvel
Marvel Zombies.
Zombies. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the print right there, signed
Okay.
by
I've got. I've
20
got. I
bucks.
have.
It's
I
a great
have.
deal.
I have his. I think it's Fantastic Four #1 Marvel Zombie poster
Oh God, yeah,
or
that's cool.
something. I
That's
think. I
cool.
think he did that. It was either him
Yeah,
or Alex Ross. I don't know, but
I
it was
think. Well, if he did all the zombie stuff, that's Sidem. That's Arthur Sidem.
Sidem. Probably
Yeah,
Sidem.
yeah.
I wouldn't put anything past Alex Ross though. He
Oh
does
no.
he does a little bit of it all. I've been noticing on Twitter today some of his Universal Monster stuff that he's done.
Yeah.
So he crosses genre. Of course, he did the artwork. I don't know if it was for the Blu-ray or maybe the DVD release of his favorite movie, Flash Gordon. I think 1982. I went and
Flash
saw that
Gordon.
at
I think it
the
was 80,
Flash
1980.
with the Queen.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's nice, 1980. Yeah,
I
I
should know
remember.
it. I used to have the album. I can quote you the
I
first
did
part of the
too. It's a
movie.
damn good soundtrack.
Boom, boom, boom,
It's
boom,
part of the
boom.
Columbia Record House a month. Was it Record of the Month? You must get this, and so I did. I don't know what the hell happened to it, but I moved somewhere and got lost or something. But it
Yeah,
was a
and
great
that's
soundtrack.
when you look at the original Flash Gordon, you know, serial movies with Buster Crab.
Yeah.
Uh, just look at the opener, of like Flash Gordon conquers the universe. It's the Star Wars scrawl, with
Yeah.
and the music influence. Of course, Lucas and Spielberg were both they're both film aficionados, and they even go back to silent movies, which I've got a soft place in my heart for anybody that likes film or visuals in any way needs to study the silence too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, it's straight out of those, and that's all he wanted to do. Lucas was going to do a one and done called Star Wars, and of
Oh
course, he
yeah.
had some help from Spielberg and, more importantly, Francis Ford Coppola on that movie. I don't think that it would have been the success without them.
I happen to agree. Yeah. I mean, I remember watching Star Wars the very first time is heavily advertised in a newspaper. It was around. I remember the date, July 14th, 1977. I went, Mom, I gotta go see Star Wars, and everyone's talking about, oh, it was great and this and that. They're around the pool. We're in Florida at the time, vacationing. My dad was an architect, and every year we go to different cities, and he goes to the national convention for architects, and so took a cab, went to saw it like the very middle of the movie, toward where uh, their that they have their starships on the Death Star about to destroy it. Then I
Mm-hmm.
kind of rewatched from the beginning on, and it's good. It's like a space western.
Dude,
So
I waited till the 33rd week of showing to finally go see it. I went to see it with
wow,
my cousin,
yeah,
and that was a couple years older than me, and my mother, and we sat all the way to the back. It was a sellout crowd for over a year.
damn.
Besides the Passion of the Christ, I haven't seen any movie like it since.
Oh, I
And then
know.
the opening scene where I was talking about that with my artist friend a couple days ago, that he was showing me the album I used to have, the double album. Yeah,
Yeah.
Flash Eye.
Ah,
He's the savior of the universe.
savior of the universe. I haven't.
And
I'll,
he was dubbed in that whole movie.
Sam Jones.
The actor
Yeah, Sam
that
Jones.
played Flash, he
Sam
was dubbed
Jones.
the whole movie.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's not his real voice.
That's nuts. Who the hell?
Yeah,
I couldn't tell what the hell he sounded
you
like anyway.
they
So
didn't really know how the ending was going to be, and then they had him jump up into the camera like that, and it ended. Yeah. It was a great movie. Of course, the Queen scores got to. Alex Ross calls it a rock opera. I would agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. I mean, it was a high production of a rock opera. Well, Tommy was a rock opera before that. The Who. I like.
Yeah,
I like Tommy.
exactly.
I
Yeah.
like the
And
Who's
there's been
great.
others since then,
Yeah, they
that
have. Jesus Christ Superstar.
yeah,
There's
I
another
guess you
one.
could call that one.
Yeah, I guess spiritual, religious rock opera, I guess. But yeah, okay. I'm gonna have to figure out how to mod people. It's another lesson about
That's
live
right. Give
streaming.
them some wrenches.
I'm gonna
Then
get
they
some
can share
wrenches.
your link.
How the hell do I do this? Okay, I have instructions. You have to pull up to YouTube in a new tab, mute, but then just click on the name. All right, so I have to go to the goddamn, I got to go to the YouTube tab. Okay, hell no, no wait. Okay, YouTube tab. Click the name. Uh, how do I? Oh, God damn it! Sorry. Language, Apex language. Stop. A new YouTube tab. Okay.
All right. A solo act. Don't play drums and I don't play guitar. I don't even hymn well, but maybe your host will be back here in a moment. So, since I have the main stage, I'll talk about the golden age of cartoons, which really got me into comics in the 60s. The Herculoids and other creations like Space Ghost that were created, at least Space Ghost was, by Alex Toth, the great artist, and others like Spider-Man 69. Are you back with me, folks?
Stay out. Sorry. I kicked myself out.
I
Duh. What an
filled the
idiot.
time for you there. Yeah, I was
Thank
talking
you.
about what really got me into comics was the golden age of cartoons that we used to watch, brother.
Oh
The
man, I know.
Herculoids and Space Ghost and Johnny Quest and uh Superman
Yeah.
and
Oh
Aquaman.
man, Johnny Quest, man.
Yeah, the
Doug
best
Wildley.
one ever. I mean, the
Oh yeah.
music, the jazzy music.
Oh, I
I mean,
know, right?
it's iconic, like the theme to Hawaii Five-O or Mission Impossible. You know it just by listening to it.
Yeah.
Even comedies like Get Smart or Beverly Hillbillies. I mean, the openers were what I remember the most because you would see them again and again and again.
Mm. Yeah,
But
right.
there was greats like Alex Toth that worked for and developed things for Hanna-Barbera.
Mm.
And the 1967 Spider-Man was Gray Morrow.
God, I love that cartoon, man. I like the later
It was one of the
versions of the
best.
psychedelic Spider-Man.
That
He's,
and
yeah.
the Fantastic Four. They were
Oh
better.
no.
They were better animated. And
Yeah.
The Marvel ones,
This
not
Captain
so much.
America's and the Submariner and Thor
Right.
and Iron
I
Man,
like.
Hulk. Yeah.
My name's Rex, so I loved it when he said Imperious Rex. I
Imperious
was like, he
Rex.
knows my name.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and those were
Namor.
taken straight from the panels. You would never see that
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, I know, right? And
And
then
if you
somehow
remember
just
Clutch Cargo, they would just animate the
to the
mouth,
mouth.
live
Yeah.
action mouth. I have some of those.
Space Angel.
Space Angel, I don't remember. Was that an early anime?
It's Alex Toth.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like it came after Clutch Cargo. Same type of animation.
Okay. Well,
But
I'll
it's
have to look
Space
into
Angel.
that one.
Yeah. You may have recognized it. I'm sure you may have seen it, you know, yeah, 1 or 2 times. I don't know.
I don't
But
know if you remember this, but it was an early anime, The Eighth Man.
I've heard of that.
Tobor, which was robot spelled backwards. Tobor, the Eighth Man.
Okay. The Eighth Man?
The Eighth Man.
The Eighth Man.
Yeah.
I've heard the 8 Man, but I never heard of Tobar
He
the
was
Eighth
like
Man.
an android or robot,
Oh, really?
cyborg. I don't think he was
Wow.
cyborg, but he was,
Okay.
yeah, he was like a superhero figure, but it was early anime. And another one, King Kong.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
They had King Kong there, and that was out of
I
Japan.
remember that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
vaguely remember that.
yeah, and they had uh Marine Boy. That was an early one. And of course,
Yeah, I think I did. He had the belt.
underwater.
That was
And he
another
would
guy.
throw like a boomerang, an underwater energy boomerang or something. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I have a few episodes, but yeah, they're early anime. It blew my mind that some of that stuff that I loved as a very, very, very young kid
Yeah,
were,
yeah.
yeah,
Shellhawk
they're
Max is for me. It was 70s horror comics that first grabbed me, and then the X-Men, Spider-Man, Morbius, Ghost Rider, Werewolf by Night. I have some Werewolf by Nights. Actually repurchased some Werewolf by Nights. I have more issues of Werewolf by Nights now than
I've
when I
read
collected them.
every from the essential books. I've read every issue of it,
Yeah. Oh
which
my
also
God.
has the annuals. My first comic was a Werewolf by Night, except for that I bought off the stands. I should say that with a little caveat because the first
Yeah.
ones I probably bought were from the guy who broke his leg, but
Oh wow.
my neighbor, but which was like Defenders 15 and that DC book I was telling you about. But and
Yeah.
then but yeah, the first one I bought before I started collecting was Werewolf by Night #2, where he meets Frankenstein and battles him. It was Don Perlin art.
Yeah, it's a
Wonderful.
giant size issues, wasn't it? What is one of the
Giant
giant
size.
size?
That's
I
right.
have that. I think I have it.
That was
I
my
got the
first comic. And then the one that
yeah.
really got me going, I think, is Avengers 147, 148 into
Oh wow.
collecting. And then I went to TGNY
I
to
remember
get
the
some of my first
TGNYs.
comics.
Wow. Oh my God.
And I
They
got some
so
of the disappointing DC stuff there.
I know they used to be so goofy compared to Marvel
Yeah, DC
back in the
Super
day.
Stars of Space was one of them.
Oh, they had the Adam Strange, right?
Had Adam Strange and maybe Captain Comet, although I don't remember that in that
Captain
particular
Comic is
book.
he's one of those B-list characters, but yet yeah,
Shane Davis started out with him
he
in
did, didn't he?
mystery. He did, yeah, and that was pretty good.
Wow. He's
Yeah,
such
you
a
can
great
take
artist.
any character and make it more interesting.
I know, man. He's so talented.
Where
Yeah.
there's a will, there's a way. And I just think they give up. One of the travesties is that they restart the numbering, like Adventure Comics 503 being the last copy in the run and being cut off short in 1983. I mean, for 2 years they ran as digest, and I love those digests because
Oh
you get
wow.
a short news story in the front, and then reprinted stuff that was not as prevalent back then. And then in '83, I started my about the time that was going on. So I got in on the Capitol before it was even Diamond, you know,
Yeah.
bought out by Diamond,
Hmm.
Capital Comics and the retailer thing. But you know what? We've just the comic shops. It was great that comic shops came up like mine when I had it, but it ultimately destroyed comics because
Mm.
you couldn't go to your drugstore. You couldn't go to
I
your
know. You go the
Kmart or
7-Eleven or your comic
yeah,
racks.
Walmart and pick them up. And
God,
kids,
you know what
more
would
eyes
be
on the product.
yeah, you know what would be brilliant. I was watching Indie Vault a few months back, and Randy Zimmerman mentioned something that made sense. If you can have a comic book priced at $1, you could go to like Dollar Tree for maybe $1.25.
Yeah, I
Grab you
heard
like
that.
I don't know, maybe like an ash can, maybe a smaller print comic or something that doesn't cost much to produce, and then enough volume that actually make you some money.
Well, Alternative's doing it. They have books
Alterna's
for
doing it.
99 cents,
$1.99.
$1.99.
Yeah. The big giant books, what,
And the
4.99?
thing about it is, even if it is $1.99 or $4.95 for one of their 100 pagers or so, um, what does it matter? The price is right there, and they can sell it to you for that.
I know, right?
But get it in the dollar stores. That would be
Get
awesome.
it in there. I
That's
know
right.
some of the. I remember I went to the dollar store recently. Not everything's a dollar. Some of them are $1.25, which is still good. It's under $2.
Inflation's really going to hit
And
China
it
hard.
is. I know, right? I heard the Chinese real estate market is going to be. It's going to burst. It's going to be a bubble. It's going to pop
Well,
any moment.
Bill Gates is the largest farm land owner in the United States,
And
and
he's paying
even
farmers to destroy the crops so they can start having a hunger uh, hunger
I
endemic.
don't, if we'll leave, well, I won't say it, but if we'll leave our
Oh
military
God,
and other
YouTube's
people
listening.
behind,
Oh,
yeah,
oh no,
shh,
I don't
then,
care. I'm
you
not
know,
being monetized, so no,
yeah,
not yet.
if we'll leave people behind, I'll just put it like that. If we'll leave, then we'll do anything,
Yeah, right.
which is sad
It
commentary
is
on the
right.
current state of affairs. We'll
It
leave it
really
at that.
is. We can always hope. We can always have eternal hope. We can
There we
always
go.
have.
We can always
It
hope
starts with one
for a
person
better
and it
tomorrow.
multiplies. And there's a lot of people pushing back against the mandates, against this tyranny we're living in right now before our eyes. It blows my
Right.
mind. And what we could do, we could produce good comics that can like relate some of the topics, but yet in an entertaining and an action type way, and to entertain people. So
I
we could
agree
do
with
that.
Green Laser in the chat. He says they will have to change all of them to the $2 store soon.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Green laser.
That's right. I mean, they're going to have to
Yeah,
go up on their prices unless,
yeah.
I mean, a lot of that is stuff is from China, so they may keep it down, but
You know what?
not everything.
The supply chain's really it's really chapping people's hide. It's chapping my hide.
I've got to
We
wonder
can
how
produce
much of
things
that
here
is
in the United States, so we
I've
can
got to
do it.
wonder how much of that is fear mongering though.
I think a lot of it's planned out. I
Yeah.
think
Oh, it's
okay,
all planned out.
you
Are you
want you want to hear a conspiracy theory. Okay, listen up. On this channel, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think a lot of the supply chain thing is planned out by China
Sure it
and
is.
Joe Biden. I don't think it's really a secret to a lot of people.
Well, it's not by Joe Biden. He doesn't know what day it is.
That's true. It could be the people pulling the strings like Amabo,
Oh yeah, a
backwards
former
for
president.
yeah,
That's
Amabo. Yeah, the American versus Amabo. I do have that out on published by Ex Libris, but it's going to be soon to be re-released by another publisher. Let's see, it's going to be your online publisher, so they're working on putting that out again. I first published it in 2016. They, I think Amazon overpriced the book, so I didn't have many buyers, and
yeah.
I sold some of the $3.99 the digital copies. Sold a few of those,
Have
I
you
think.
tried the ebook route? I
Yeah,
mean, where you like
that was an
99?
ebook. That was
Okay.
part of the ebook. Yeah, the
Yeah.
399 was an ebook. Yeah,
Oh, there's been some people really successful with that. That's amazing.
that's what I hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think your online publisher is going to do the ebook for me, and I do want printed copies, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
Shadowhawk back says Dollar Tree is $1.25 now.
Oh,
If they are, I haven't noticed, and I do shop there.
yeah, it's $1.25. Some of the food prices are $1. I've seen some of the prices there. So some of them are $1. A lot of their items are $1.25. You're right, $1.25.
Yeah.
And also, Shadowhawk backs a pandemic that doesn't kill anyone who wasn't dying anyway. Nothing to see here. Yeah, right. Nothing to see here.
Well, the thing about it is they lump everybody together. They don't even talk about the people
Hmm.
who have natural immunity. But that aside, when it
Yeah.
comes to the death count, well, what about how many would die in a year's time normally from the flu or other things? If you come in with three um, bullet holes in your chest, but test positive, well, he died of the vid. So
Yeah. You know what? The hospitals they get $13,000 for every COVID case.
that's right. They're
That's right.
getting
It's all about
yeah.
the
So
money,
we'll put it
folks.
on the books
Mm-hmm.
because
Exactly.
hospitals don't always do run in the red sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hospitals
let's
get
see, Green Laser says the ebook market is flooded. You have to do your own promotion to get noticed.
That's right.
You're right. You're right there, Green Laser.
Yeah,
And of
yeah.
course,
The day of
exactly.
just putting it out there hoping that it gets noticed is over. And with CG, you don't have to do that. It's got a great support system.
Yes,
You
we
got
do.
other people that will help you on their channels to, it's a great thing. And I agree with Ethan. I heard him talking a while back on, I don't catch everything that he says and does nowadays, but I try and
Right.
catch some of it. And
Yeah.
he was saying in a early draw stream that he's looking past with others within the movement,
Hmm.
that if we can no longer be on the YouTube platform, or we can't be on Indiegogo,
Hmm.
of that they've got something in the works. So I hope someone does,
I
for
think
because
also there's another platform to use besides YouTube. There's Odyssey. I've
yeah,
yet to put my material on Odyssey, so I'm going to actually try that
I
as
haven't
well.
either, but I haven't opened an account, and I
Yeah.
in fact I had no, besides Facebook, I didn't do any of that really.
Right.
I didn't have a footprint out there, but
Hmm.
now I do. I've got about 145 followers on Twitter. So if you follow
Well,
me
that's
on
great.
Twitter,
Okay,
then
I'll do that.
great. Thank you for that.
Sure, absolutely.
Uh,
You have your own YouTube channel, right?
and I've only been doing it since October. So
Oh,
yeah,
YouTube.
yeah,
Okay.
I do have my own channel, but no content up yet.
Okay.
But like
Well,
I
get
say,
some of that content. I got 439 videos, man. You got to surpass me. Come
well,
on.
maybe you can come on my channel.
I'd
Huh?
love to come on your channel.
That's
That'd be
right. We'll
awesome.
talk old times.
Yeah, man. That's cool. I'm up
Yeah,
for that.
experiencing comics.
Hey, there
That's
you
going to be
go.
my little
Ah,
thing. What was your? I think that's a great lead in for people. What got you into comics? Not just into drawing comics or
mhm.
anything, or maybe your drawing did lead you to comics. I don't
Well,
know, but
actually,
I want to hear the history. You know,
okay. Well, I have to save it for your show then. I don't want to reveal too much here.
that's
I
right.
got to
Save it for
savor
my
the moments. I'll savor it somewhere
save it.
else. Yeah,
You, let
it'll
it
be on Double
marinate.
Flyer's channel.
Let it
I'll
marinate.
reveal that. Yeah, we'll let it grill up a little.
Well,
Okay.
I appreciate the opportunity to come on here and talk to you. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
man. Hey, it's cool. It's my
Seen you in
first
the
live
chat
stream.
a million times, and I thought Apex Comics. I wonder what he's got out there.
Yeah,
You know,
I got plenty of stuff. I
that's
started out
good.
my original name was
Backlog.
comic. My original channel name was Comic Book Journeys. I thought it was a little long. I started, okay, I'm gonna make it a little more simple. So my old company was Apex Graphics, but yeah, I'm doing comics. I'll think, okay, COMIX, Apex, and then comics. They both have X's in it. I think it's more of a good draw, more of a draw to people to remember it, and plus they'll know what it is. It's easier to pronounce, and so I decided to go Apex Comics, and so here I am.
That's great. Are you a big convention goer, or have you been in the past?
I have in the late '90s. I've had a table out as the Seattle Comic Con. So I got out of the Navy. I stayed in Seattle for a while, and they had a really good comic book market over there. And so I attended cons. I had a table out there a few times at the Seattle Con and at the Eugene Comic Con a couple of times there. I one of my let's see, my creative my one of my APs, the femme fatale. There it is. Who's in this? The characters right there. I hired
Yeah.
3 female models to be Angel Fire, Caracal, and Mongoose. And so and then we had a costume company that made the costumes. I had
Oh,
like old
great.
pictures. I'm going to show that on my channel sometime. So I don't know what these girls are doing nowadays. It's like, God, it's been over 20 years ago. So it was 1999.
You
So
you could
29.
you could rename it Sag and Drag by now.
Second, I don't know about that. They probably look better than
Just
I
don't
do. I swear. I'm sure they still look
just
good.
don't
I
tell
don't
them
know.
about it.
I don't know what they look like. I'm sure. Hopefully they're healthy and still alive. So
Oh yeah. Yeah.
happy. But yeah, I've done about retroing my IPs since I haven't. Back then the '90s, there's no comics gate. There's just Diamond, and anything that's independent, they're not going to show it. They're going to show basically the big 2 or the big 3 comic book companies, and then leave all the independent guys to the wayside, not hardly advertised. So I didn't know how to market my stuff. I'm more of a big creator and producer, but
Yeah.
yet the marketing is always the trick. I'm still learning. I'm still learning how to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's if it's a one-man army, if
Oh
it's
my
if you're
God,
doing it all, it's
that's what
huh?
I'm doing.
Yeah,
I need help.
it's a lot more daunting. I'm
Hmm.
fortunate to have John that, like I said, worked over a year to do the artwork, and
Hmm.
this little headshot, this little icon is just taken from one of the pages, and uh, so that's a little sample of his work right there. But
Yeah,
yeah, and he kind of changed it up from what I originally had. Mine was more of a Romanesque type mask, more
yeah.
angular. Go ahead.
Shellhawk backs old school comic book goodness with a superhero with bulletproof boobs. Fembat, baby.
Yeah.
That's right, man. I'm hoping I'll do well in this campaign. I'm
So have
praying
you
for
read
that.
Fem Force or have any Fem Force
I
from
have a few
Bill Black,
FemForce
AC
comics.
Comics?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Bill Black. Yeah, I have a few of
Uh-huh.
those. I've
Yeah.
got a few of those.
I've
Yeah.
got a
Oh, let
lot.
me. I got to show off Fembat for Shadowhawk and people. Okay, here you go. Here's some boobs, bear bear.
That's
The
right.
Golden Globes. The
The
Golden Globes is here. There you go. All right.
Golden Globe Awards.
Golden Globe Awards. Hey, they stole it from Fembat. No, it came right before Fembat, of course. I'm sorry. You're on a roll here. Don't mean to interrupt.
Oh, that's the you're the host. I'm here just to make you look good.
Oh, there. Thank you for doing that. But
what's
I
your
was.
what's your little emblem on your forehead?
I said my Texas Tech.
Texas
I'm
Tech.
an
Okay.
alumni of Texas Tech University. Yeah, this
Okay,
is
there we
my
go.
on my
Inquiring minds want to know.
beanie. Yeah,
A beanie. That's
I
right.
want to
I've
get
got my
a.
I should have my
Yeah.
red I believe it's red. I might have got the blue, but I should get my beanie in from Alterna here pretty soon,
Oh
along
wow.
with my other Alterna.
Yeah.
What are the boxes? Maybe you can clear that up for me. I've never knew what the boxes were that
I do have
Shadow
one of
Hawk
their
backs just did.
alternative boxes I bought from the last campaign, the red one.
No, I mean
And
on Shadow Hawk backs, his last comment there with the
oh,
boxes. What is that?
okay. Yeah, that
What's
was like
this?
the figures
Oh, okay.
going up. It's like that,
Okay.
the rocking,
Y-
That's what it looks like to
Yeah.
me.
The little devil horns.
At least it wasn't flipping me off, so
No. They have emojis for that. Yeah.
yeah,
But
they
that
do.
that works
They
too.
do.
I just always wondered what that was.
Yeah,
Don't see it very often.
that's right.
But yeah, we got a lot of history under our belts, don't we? I
I
mean,
think we do. Yeah, there's a
when
lot
it
of
came to the
stuff.
70s, I've learned that Ted Kennedy's legislation on violence for children really curtailed the cartoons. So then you only had like PC stuff like the Super Friends, and then all
Oh,
the death and destruction and the crawling spider, walking eyes, and lizard men and things from like Johnny Quest were done away with. They were no longer, and wasn't until Bruce Timm in the early 90s and with Superman and Batman, that they were showing a little bit of blood and not much of that, but
right.
slowly we've come back. Really the 60s were the golden age in music, and it may just be the time we live in, but I mean, I really didn't, I grew up, I mean, in 69, I was 3.5, but I did experience, like I say, I remember a lot from the 60s, and
Me
it
too.
really wasn't my era. You couldn't say that that was my era, but uh, it really was the golden age of cartooning, I think.
Mm,
If, more was allowed. It's kind of like pre-code movies from the 1936 and back,
right.
before the code came in.
Right.
And like in comics, the Comics Authority Code when it came in.
Yeah, that's the Frederick Wertham.
Yeah,
Yeah, the comic books are actually demonizing our children, and we must burn
BS.
them. So,
It's kind of like old Freud. You read
it's like,
Freud
damn
today.
you, Frederick Wertham, just shut the f up.
Yeah,
Yes, nonsensical. And then, of course, your mom
but
throwing away your comics, and
they had
that's how
comic
burning the
they had
comics and throwing
comic
them away.
burnings.
They did. That's
Yeah.
how the value of the dang World War II comics in the 50s and comics were like up in value
Oh
for
yeah, and I
destroying
mean,
them.
I think they say that there's about 100 copies of Action Comics #1
Yeah,
that
I believe it.
exist. Hovers around about 100.
Mm-hmm.
And they were just recycled for the war effort.
Yeah,
And
they
a
were.
lot of those Golden Age books, they had one staple because
One
of the
staple.
war rationing.
Oh,
One
wow.
staple in the middle of the book. I've got a few of them. I've got a Blue Beetle number 6, which
Oh,
is a
wow.
wartime cover. He's holding a rivet gun or something
Oh,
akin to
that's
that.
cool.
And it's
Okay.
got one staple, and it's like 96 pages to hold one staple to hold all
My
that together.
God.
So how did those
96.
books not fall apart in the last 85, 90 years?
Tell me, I must
So
have been a
that's
damn
why
good
they're so
staple.
rare. That and recycling, and just through the loss of time.
That's
Even,
true.
production artwork, the artwork, either the color guides or the separations or the approval covers or things like that weren't kept widely till like 1982 or 83, about when the direct market was starting. That
Okay.
stuff was just thrown away.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
learned
true.
about production art through a friend of mine and have collected quite a bit of it now. In fact, I was talking on Jason Bascom's
Mm,
about one particular piece I have. I have the color code to Avengers number 4,
okay.
and it's the first
Wow.
Silver Age appearance of Captain America. So that's kind of iconic.
There we
And he
go.
got it off eBay. And I was also telling him that he has a non superhero desert scene when Kirby would have been out in California. He has an oil painting done by Kirby,
Oh,
signed by
wow.
Kirby, probably in the
Yeah.
early 70s.
Well, the dying days of YouTube, it says, remember when The Simpsons promoted parental abuse and Harry Potter taught Satanism? It's even more ridiculous now. That is so true, brother. My God.
Yeah,
It's just a whacked out, bizarro world we're living in right now. We're trying to keep it sane.
a lot of young people don't realize what they've lost because they've never
They
tasted
don't.
it before. And
That's
you got
true.
4 years under Trump, and they tasted a little bit of it, and so
Hmm.
now they're getting disgruntled.
Exactly.
Really, they hadn't tasted anything like that since Reagan, and he was the first president that I got to vote for on my birthday, because election day does fall on November 2nd a lot of times,
Go
and
to the chat.
I couldn't vote for him the first time, but I voted for him the second time. Was so proud to be able to vote for him.
I did vote for Ronald Reagan in '84, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when I
against
voted.
Mondale. Oh, that was a landslide.
That was a landslide. Yeah.
That was awesome.
And if you talk to Reagan, he
Well,
won Minnesota too,
he did.
where Mondale was
Mondale
from,
was.
that it was stolen
He
from him.
told
And
me he
I
was
wouldn't doubt it.
embarrassed. Mondale was getting to his car. He's like, "Okay, hi, folks. I get the hell out of here. I'm embarrassed."
Well,
I remember that part when he
the
ducked into his
Carter
car.
years weren't a big thing to run on then.
That's terrible.
We're going back to those
The
gas
gas
lines and
lines
things.
is
Yeah.
ridiculous. 1978. I remember that.
Yeah.
The gas
The
lines.
Malay speech where Carter put on the um, sweater and said, "Just turn your thermostat down, and we're going to have to live within our means. We've got more oil than Saudi Arabia.
Oh my
Drill,
God!
baby,
Yeah,
drill, and we
drill it,
won't have a problem."
drill it, drill, baby,
There's a
drill.
way to do it I mean, a big thing was pollution, recycling in the 70s. That's when it first, remember the, maybe the late 60s, even when was his Ironside, the actor, the Native
Yeah,
American.
Raymond Burr.
No, not
Raymond.
Raymond Burr, not
You
Perry
said
Mason.
Ironside.
Oh, Ironside. Yeah. But I mean, I'm talking about the Native American, don't pollute, give a
Oh,
hoot,
that guy,
don't
the
pollute.
Indian with the tear on his
The
eye.
Indian with the tear. That's right.
Yes. Yeah,
He's
him.
crying because people are throwing trash out on the American highways.
Okay, I gotta learn how to wrench. God damn, I don't know how. Okay, remember when? Okay, wait, I gotta go back.
This is your first live stream, so you got time to figure it out. No
Yeah,
pressure.
I don't want to kick myself out again and trying to find a damn thing to wrench. I'm sorry,
Last time I
guys. I
looked,
gotta figure out
we
how to
still
do
had
it.
2 people, 3 people
Yeah,
now,
yeah, I know.
but
I need to wrench
I don't
somebody.
know
God
how that
damn.
shows though. That's just YouTube. They may be watching via Twitter and
I don't.
Facebook.
Okay,
I
guys,
shared the
give me a
link.
1 if you're watching with YouTube. Give me a 2 if you're watching via Twitter in the chat. How the hell do y'all wrench people? God, I gotta learn this shit.
You got time. You can wrench them next
Oh, just
time.
highlight the names. Okay, just highlight the names and mod. Highlight. Okay, how the fuck do I highlight you? That there's a star and there's a little thing with 3 little bits on it as I do my little as I scroll on your name. I do a star. How do I do a star? God damn it. Sorry, my language. Okay, 1. Okay, so Sherlock's watching via YouTube. Hell, okay, here we go. Show. Hail Dylan Days YouTube, Shellhawk Backs, the
Hell,
Green
Felix.
Laser, Wagner. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, damn, everyone's in here? That's cool. More crackheads here? Where
Well, they
I must
were.
look at. Oh, they
Some
were
have
and they
left,
ducked
but
out.
yeah, some ducked out, but
I don't blame them. All right. Okay, here we
I
go. We're
do.
gonna learn how to I gotta learn how to
I
frickin'
blame
do
you
this
all if you
crap.
don't stick around to the very end. We
To
may
the
have a
very
giveaway. You
end.
never know.
To the
This is
very
fun.
end. Exactly. I'm having a good time.
This is supposed to be exciting. Well,
Yeah,
we're
it is
close in
exciting
age,
for
so
me.
that's awesome.
I'm actually
Because
in
you know what I'm
control.
talking about when I say Kung Fu Grip.
I do. The G.I. Joe. You guys are too young to remember G.I. Joe. He had the Kung Fu grip. He had the flexible fingers and the thumb.
You remember the giant villain though?
Intruder.
Was it the intruder? Okay, and he
Intruder.
had was he the one that had or was it the sort of bionic robotic one
Oh,
that
that
could fly?
Mike Power Atomic Man.
Okay, that now he could like helicopter, right, with his
Yeah, he
hands.
has a little the twin of his bionic arm. He can like
Yeah.
fly his
See,
copter.
people don't know what we're talking. I had one
I
where
think
you
we're
could
doing
pull the
drugs.
string on it and it would talk. Enemy planes
Yes,
hit the deck.
the talking G.I. Joe with the Kung Fu grip.
I still have
They
them.
also had
Yeah.
Bullet Man, the human bullet.
But
Remember
you know
him?
what's worth more than the figures?
Who?
It's
What?
the little grenades, the little things
Oh
that got
God.
lost, the boots, the outfits, the shark, the abominable snowman,
Oh, the
the
abominable
guns.
snowman. Damn
The,
it.
you know, I got this big box on eBay years ago, and it was 40 pounds of like rubber eyes and rubber figures, just different things, different toys, trinkets, some condom patches, different things. And
Oh
there was
yeah.
this one little white piece of plastic, but I knew what it was because I had it as a kid. It was a splint to one of the GI
Oh.
Joe figures, where you could make a splint on his broke leg.
Oh wow.
And it was just a white piece of plastic.
Okay.
But I knew what it was because I had it as a kid, you know. So I said, well, I know not to throw that away because that's a rare GI Joe item. But
Yeah.
I do regret, like you said, the boxes were painted, and just as a kid tearing into the boxes. I love the box art, but I couldn't
Oh.
wait to open it up and get to the figures and start playing with them.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, the diving suit, the orange, latex suit was the hardest thing to get on and off
Oh my God. You
of
just
your
squeeze it.
figure. You can
Yeah, it's a
imagine having to,
bitch.
and it didn't
Oh.
last very long either,
It
stretching it
rips
like that.
easy. Yeah, it's so
Yeah, you had to
plastic.
keep it on the figure,
It's like
but it was
rubber.
like hell getting off and like hell getting on,
All right.
especially if it was wet.
Yeah.
I had
I don't.
one original GI Joe that my brother had. He was missing his arms, but my mother sewn
Huh?
uh, arms for him, and we stuck it all the way through the figure. So I just played like he had cable arms,
Oh yeah.
floppy cable arms that could beat up on people. And that was the original GI Joe, or close to the original that my brother had. He still had the scar on his cheek. Of course, all the
They all
originals
had them, I
did.
think.
And
Yeah, the originals
but he
did.
had plastic hair.
Yeah, he had a plastic hair thing, and then
Yeah.
he had the trigger hand and the little holding hand like
And I
that.
think I've still
And
got him.
yeah,
So
I wish I
anytime,
had mine. I
yeah. Well,
sold them.
I lost most everything in my fire in '97. Like I say,
Oh
my
wow,
original artwork, my
God,
collectibles, my
that's sad.
furniture, 45 boxes, long boxes of comics, about
Oh
16,000, I
shit.
guesstimate. But I'd be better off financially today if I had them all. But
I
I
hear
have a
you.
better collection today, and time moves on. So,
That's
but
true.
it's the memories that I miss.
Me
So
too.
I've tried to, it's been a challenge to go back and before price goes up too high on some of these items and get them.
Yep.
Uh, my first Spider-Man was I think 140 something. It was the first clone where Spider-Man fights Spider-Man on the cover with the jackal.
The clone, yeah, the jackal. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
it later
actually my
became
first current
Scarlet
Spider-Man I
Spider.
bought. Yeah, the
Was that
jack.
the first one you bought?
I think so. Was it 149? No, it was 130. I can't remember.
149, I think. Yeah.
So I had that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first. Well, I went back. I have a lower grade copy. Of course, if I had my original copy, all of them were so read and reread, they would be lower grade. You wore them out.
Okay, I'm going to show. Okay, here's what Darren Wagner says. You pull up to YouTube in a new tab, mute, but then you just click on the name. I'll get it here. Okay, he ducked out a while back. So I'll have to pull up a YouTube tab. What a YouTube tab I had and pulled up, I kicked myself out.
I think you could still wrench him if he was in the chat earlier.
Yeah,
right?
I'm trying to wrench Shadowhawk, Bax, and another guy.
Yeah, another guy that was in the chat earlier called Devil.
He's in there. He probably ducked out and was like,
You
"Oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing," which I don't. All right, you'll have to pull up YouTube in a new tab. Okay, so I got to pull up YouTube in a new tab. Okay. Well, I have this old freaking Zack Snyder thing on the YouTube thing tab, and I want to get rid of it and just have a clean YouTube tab. Good luck on that one. All right. Let's see. YouTube tab. I'm gonna try something. I
thought with an open link, you'd have 3, 4, 5 people in here.
I know, right? What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna try YouTube.
I'm a bit.
You pull, yeah. So I hope I don't kick myself out, guys. Damn it.
If you do, I'll fill in for you.
I appreciate it. Holy crap.
We don't like dead air.
You don't know what you're doing. Video sharing. Okay. YouTube. All right.
I take solace in the fact that I really can call you a boomer, and you really are one.
I am a boomer. Oh, god dang. Okay, I see myself.
And proud of it.
There's me. I'm going to have to mute whatever. Okay, that's muted. Okay. All right. Now it'll highlight. Highlight.
You can co-host for me anytime you want, Apex.
Oh, that's cool, man. All right. What the hell do I do? Highlight and then, god damn, I don't even know what I'm doing. Highlight. Okay. Pull up new tab. Then you click on the name. All right. Click. Shadowhawk, say something. I'm trying to. Click on the name. Oh, god dang it. I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. I'm such a boomer. All right, here we go.
So you were a Marvel guy. What was your favorite title?
Spider-Man at the time.
Spider-Man?
Yeah. God damn it. I don't even know what to do.
Hammerhead, Doc Ock.
Okay.
Crossover with the Thing.
I clicked on the name.
And Marvel 2 and 1 and then
yeah, right.
Where they fought.
Is he wrenched? Okay, I'm gonna see if it worked. I'll say it worked. Okay, did I get some new comments?
You'll see a wrench.
I tried.
If they're wrench, you'll see the wrench.
I'm not seeing the wrench.
I'm not either.
God damn, I'm such a boomer. Sorry.
Well, we got to make something. We got to make fun of something.
Yeah, me.
Even my dog's laughing here.
Good. I'm glad. They need a laugh. Okay. No, I'm not. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Nope, not wrench. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I got to get to the tab again. Here I am. Oh, God. Did I kick myself out? No, I'm not. All right, here we are. Okay, here we go. Then you just click on the name. Okay, I've clicked on the name. Just click on the name. Click on the name. Click on the name. Am I wrenched? Oh, God, I hope so. All right, click on the name. I clicked it. Do I left click or a right click? I can't. Just click. Okay, I highlighted the name. He's highlighted. Okay. All right, highlight the name. All right. Now let me go back. All right. Did it work? Damn it. Sorry, Shadowhawk.
I wish I were some help, but I'm worse than you are.
I'm gonna have to have Shadowhawk have half control of my stream and show me how to freaking do it,
Well, he's
or
got the
someone who's
link.
more.
Let him come in. He can help you.
Yeah, okay. Damn it, Shadowhawk. I'm gonna send you a link.
Well, you had a link in the chat that I came in with.
I did. How the hell do I do it again? Oh, invite. Okay, here
He
we go.
can still use that.
Yes. Okay, copy the clipboard. I copied.
Come on in
Okay.
here, Shadowhawk
Let
back.
me put it in. All right, put it in the chat.
Help us out.
Wait,
Help a guy
paste.
out.
Oh, yeah, right.
He's falling and he can't get up.
He's falling. I'm falling and I can't. There's the link. Going in. Help this boomer.
Help us ex-serviceman out. You are ex, aren't you? You're no longer in the service,
Live
right?
stream is a lot of work, man. I never had to do that before. I get parched. I gotta say something interesting every time so people can stay on here.
Well, that's what I'm here for.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Oh, can't do it yet. Okay, well that's fine. Maybe another stream. I'll
Yeah, he
learn
might be at
now what the hell
work
I'm doing.
he
I
might be at
apologize,
work or
guys.
something.
I gotta figure this out. Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't know where you are, but I'm
in Lubbock, Texas.
Oh, okay. You're in Texas. I'm in
Yeah,
Arkansas.
that's okay, Shadowhawk. It's all right.
I'm not that far away. I'm over here in Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Right.
Northeast
That's
Arkansas.
cool. Yeah, let me get out. What is this? It's Darren. Okay, so all right.
Your state
All right, so
is
I have
the
to
only
learn how.
state that can succeed from
I'm
the
sorry,
rest of the United States.
I'm sorry, you're what state again?
Arkansas.
Oh, you're in Arkansas. Okay, great.
Yeah, I'm an Arkie.
Wow. Excuse me. That's okay.
Yeah.
We're Southerners.
We all have to come from somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when Texas became a state, Lincoln, you didn't quite have the population, but Lincoln wanted Texas because he knew him running again, he would need the votes. So he said, Texas, why don't you come in here and become a state a little bit early?
Right.
And they said, okay, we will, but in our Constitution, if we want to secede from the rest of the Union, we'll be able to legally. And so that's in your Constitution. You're the only state that can do that, I believe. You can become your own country if you want to, legally. Now, I don't know what the other impending, distribution and legal things since then have occurred. But, 1776, if you think about it, Apex, it's not that long ago. If you took the normal lifespan of a man, 80 years, and times that by 3, you're back to 1776.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
So 80, 3 generations away from 1776.
Splash Page Comics is 35 miles from Lubbock. Oh, that's awesome.
There you go.
We got some almost local people. All right. Thanks for sharing that. Okay, so we got Shadowhawk back. I'm in the Midwest Bay hanging with the Diaz brothers. Are you kidding me? The effing Diaz brothers. So are you really hanging out with them, Shadowhawk? That's why you can come on. That's okay.
It took me Malin. It took Malin saying something that Zaid was Diaz spelled backwards.
I knew that. Yeah, he had.
You knew that. Everybody knew that except me.
Zaid Diaz. Yeah, I figured it out. I think they mentioned it.
I didn't think on it hard enough. But yeah, you should get Lost Pages. I got their first one now. I've backed a lot of projects, but I haven't read them. But I do appreciate them, and they do visually interest me. So I'm sure I'll enjoy them once I get into it.
Right.
I'm like you. I've probably read some trash comics in the past.
I read plenty of trash comics.
And I've read
some of these trash comics in the past are much better than this SJW crap that Marvel and DC put out now.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate the trash comic. They're like Academy Award comics compared to what these guys write.
When they were doing Milestone recently, and they had the #1 issues out, they had about 4 issues out in 1 month.
Right.
And I opened one up. And I opened it up to a page of rioting sign carrying, said Black Lives Matter. I closed it up and I put all 4 issues back and said, I'm not taking a chance.
No way. That's a waste of your
I
$3.99.
bought the Ray movie and, it had homosexuality in there. Now, I have nothing against homosexuality,
Right.
but I said, I'm going to screen my DC stuff and Marvel stuff. I'm going to screen and scrutinize what I buy from now on.
Of
And
course, you
I
should.
and it would have been a no-brainer in the past. It would have been just animated DC, pick it up, buy it.
Yeah.
If I've
Yeah.
got the
Right.
money, get it. And there was very little, if anything, I missed. But once I got burned, it was like, I need to really look at this.
You gotta screen your purchases. You really do. You gotta look
You do
before
nowadays.
you leave the shop. You gotta make sure you get the right
Well,
book
think
that
about
you
it.
like.
Think about it like this: in 30 years, would I want to pick up that comic, and whether they were pro or anti, uh, and just maybe just showing rioters, and they were even against that? Would I want to read that in 30 years? I don't think so.
Oh shit! Oh, so Splash Page. Oh yeah, we go to the same LCS. Oh yeah, go to we both go to Monsters Lair. That's off of 19th Street. Okay, yeah, I know who Splash Page Comics is. I know you. Thanks for coming on, man. My
So
first live stream.
is that Monsters Lair? Is that your comic shop
That's the comic
name?
shop. That's one of them, and
Wow, what
Star
a great
Comics is
name for
another
a
one.
comic
So
shop.
it's a great shop. It is.
Monsters Lair.
They get a free plug on this channel, so yeah.
There you go.
I've been plugging their stuff in some of my videos, so I don't know if the owner knows about her or not.
Okay.
I'll mention,
So
Rob,
what?
the owner. He's cool.
So show me a comic you have, boarded and bagged. You got one handy?
Yeah, I do. Oh, actually, this nearest one right here, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, issue number 3.
Show me the back of it. I want to see where you taped it. The flap. How'd
It's
you
taped.
tape it?
It's taped. Oh yeah, well, it's taped. It came like this. So.
Up and down or horizontal?
You know what? I have a double stick tape. I've double sticked the flap. That way I won't have any upcoming damages. So this tape might strike a page, which I hate. I hate doing that.
Are those now you're not talking about the self-adhesive ones that come?
No, I'm talking about double stick tape
those.
you buy at the store, you buy at Walmart. Free plug, Walmart.
Everybody, here's a free plug. Everyone should buy Scotch magic tape.
Oh yeah,
I've had it come off. I told you I had my store and I rebagged some comics. 8 years later, hadn't touched them for 8 years, and the tape still came off. No splitting, very little splitting. I won't say no splitting, but magic tape. Not any Scotch brand, just the magic tape.
It's magic tape.
Huh? What's magic tape?
I know what it is. I know
green,
what it is.
3M Scotch magic tape. It's every comic book collector should use Scotch 3M magic tape. It's the best.
Duly noted.
Yeah, my partner in the comic shop told me that. And so I don't know why people.
You own a comic shop?
I did.
Oh, you
back
did?
In 1982 and 83.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Right at the advent when Camelot 3000, Marvel Age.
I have all 12 issues of Camelot 3000.
Yeah, that was my introduction to Brian
Boland's incredible
artwork.
Work. Yeah, it's great stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of the early direct comics. Dazzler #1 was the first direct comic, and I know we started our shop right after that because we had to back order it.
Huh.
It had already came out. We got Dazzler #2 and 1 in at the same time.
Oh wow. So I played games in the arcade before I ever heard of the boys. Oh yeah, the Diaz brothers. Okay. The fucking Diaz brothers.
Yeah, they've got a great place, or Phil does a great place to work around all those old plastic arcade.
Do they own
machines.
it?
Pinball.
Or they just
no,
they
just work there.
They just work there. Okay.
I think they just work there. Yeah.
Okay. Man, what a gig.
Yeah, that is a gig, isn't it?
That is. That is cool. Well, I'm about to go wrap this up. I'm getting a little tired. I need to get some sleep. I got to take Mom to church in the morning, so I hate to bail and stuff.
No problem.
This is actually great. Thank you for everyone showing up. Let's go and highlight some of the people that are still here. Yep. God dang it. Yep, here we go. Yep, Shawhawk's backs. And who else is here? Felix Haas. I don't know if he's still here or not. And let's go to the dying days of YouTube. Thank you
Well,
for
we've got
showing
at
up.
least two.
How, Felix Haas again? Okay, well,
Well, one of those could be
here's
mine
one of
because
those here. He could be, not here now. Yeah, and every one of you guys, man. So thanks for. God dang, I can't even control my own show.
well, we had Wolverine in here
Yeah,
earlier.
Wolverine with everyone. That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
man. I
We had
really
Raging
enjoyed.
Rainbow. Lord Crackhead
Yeah,
was
Spice
here.
Page. Oh yeah, Spice Page Comics. Thanks. He's still here. Thank you for showing up this morning.
Yeah, good turnout. Wolverine even beat me in here. He was the first
Yeah,
one
isn't
in
that
here.
crazy?
Yeah.
That's cool. So please again, tell your friends, tell everyone, share on Facebook, share on Twitter, subscribe, ring bell for notifications. Good for the algorithms. So I like to thank Devil Flyer for being my first guest on my first live stream. Thanks for
Well,
coming
thank
on.
you.
You bet.
Maybe you'll reciprocate when I get mine up and going.
Possibly. We'll do. So anyway, thanks everyone. God bless. We'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.
God bless everyone. Ciao.
God bless.